July ni som ni pasari sang ni som ni paruk ania Saudi Arabia le Houthis te lui bevele me gani an riek ngalang.
All right, so tensions escalating in the Middle East. How many times have I read that out loud? After Houthi forces attacked Saudi oil facilities over the weekend.
Houthis ten Saudi Arabia oil facilities an lo bayani. Bon khop mai Houthis te poin ngam pang reng ka te tinga Saudi han be ring uthi achan chu Saudi Arabia te hian ma ani ring uthianin phuba hian la kharin nom lawa Yemen sarkar te an tanga chuan ram dang chan pui tu po hian amang Saudi Arabia himo achan chu ram ho sa oil awanga ram thil ti thei ran ni chho ve ni Saudi Arabia po chu wang chuanin pui vi bang phuban lak na himo
Unraveling a years-long truce threatening to widen the war. So they've had a rivalry, and now they're going into the bigger story, of course, our fight with Iran. President Trump has paused U.S. strikes as his administration gives diplomacy more time, and he gives credit to the Oman for trying to broker some type of end to the logjam at the Strait of Hormuz. But since we have stopped attacking over the last 3 days, there's been no attack on merchant ships through the strait.
Ni thum chung United States hian in Iran an be to lawa ni tai mai na tro kan riek lo chungin cockroach janta party ve kan boi pui chungin an lo top san dai maya amaro jo hei Saudi lampang le Houthi sin lo be na samai ni.
So this is the added front. The Houthis been on the sideline. In 2025 they've been on
Hey pui mo khom mai me han zoom lo mo a reported Saudi strikes mun kan mun ni mun li a hianin heng a singa te hian mo Saudi Arabia hian in a lo be to ani heng song song hi Houthis hawina raman control ve ang kha ni ta abak zong hi Yemen aram hin lo control zau ve mani hi makati de chu Houthis te hian in nge mani hey Ministry of External Affairs something hey foreign minister ang chi te khan lo nei ve nge hel khoi mai si ing tin nge kha tiang an lo nei ve ngat aba han oi om lo he o khatia amaro chitian map kan han en chianga Houthis ho hian in Yemen ram hi an lo control zau lien ve mani hey wang hi ni he tiang tak an lo in lak len ve chuan heng a hring ho zong hi Saudi Arabia ina an zuk bom na kha ni ta chuan helai a sen pakhat jizan ti hemo tui pui sen bulom hi hei hi Houthi stand Saudi Arabia an lo han be ve na ani play chun zom leang
sideline. Now, since this war started, they've been on the sideline. They've been urged to move forward. And guess what? There are cargo planes from Iran landing in Yemen, in the Houthi-controlled areas, along with the Iranian commanders telling them essentially how to shut down a strait in 100 words or less. So what have they done? They have attacked 3 Saudi vessels. Now, two of those ships have been able to continue to unload their oil. Now, what's significant about this is since the Strait of Hormuz has been
long pathuman lo be to a long pathuman beijing a long patni te chuanin an mani atang khan he oil kha ti khanin I an unload thei ani mo oil khan unload thei ani long pakhat hi a chan chi neng ma hret zui turom ri lo
shut down. The Saudis say, okay, no problem. I'll redirect everything through 8 million barrels a day through this strait. You shut this down, it's going to really disrupt prices. That's why it's like $90 a barrel, and now that's dropped 5% when we got up this morning. Why? Because so far we have not gone back to fighting.
Oh, chuan Strait of Hormuz an block chuan in Saudi Arabia lampang hian in helai Bab el Mandeb Strait atang hian in oil te kha thon chu atuma ma se Yemen Houthis lampang an block veta amaro chu oil man kha atan hiam thlet achan chu US le Iran in do top ri US le Iran in do box se Saudi Arabia le Yemen Houthis te khi te hello window ve zel se chu oil man po haron sang chole view mai theya.
What about the Hormuz Strait? Now, last time we heard there was about 3 or 4 ships getting through at a time. But last time we also found out afterwards, before we got into the MOU, that we've been getting our own ships through the strait on the Oman side, shut the transponders off, and they weren't necessarily being logged in traditionally. So there could be a lot more oil flowing through.
Strait of Hormuz kha Iran lampang ina block lai po khanin heta Oman nai lampang khan United States sipai te kai shoi na khanin longa an transponder te khan an off kha ti khan arugin anon kal chok ve char thawani Strait of Hormuz a khan mo amaro chu kha Iran lampang ina lo hu fu kha chonin an ka ve thawan be ve thawa chonin US in ti khan phubala le kha ti kha thil omdan amaro chu Strait of Hormuz tu dan khar chungpo hian long chu chete te o tambak lo maybe ni khata pani pathum pali vel an ron chok ve reng tho tura nga yang a soidan pang hian mo.
The Houthis attacking risk opening up a second shipping crisis that could be happening. We can also find a way to neutralize the Houthis as well. and now the war could draw more U.S. forces. Yes, we have more U.S. forces in the area. We're also talking to the Gulf.
Yeah, hetia nga Indo na hi akal chou chun zom zel ni chuan in Middle East lampang ah hianin United States sipai te hi an ron lubel zel theina chance kha a om ve a chuan in helai hi Strait of Hormuz ni ta chuan helai hi Bab el Mandeb Strait kha ni bok ta hemi hi Houthis lampang in an block a he lampang hi Iran lampang in an block bok kha chuan in global oil crisis kan ti ang chi kha ngang kha ron theng chho ve le thei ani.
States saying if we attack. Kuwait, by the way, has attacked back quietly. So has the UAE attacked back in the past quietly. Well, what if we get them all to come in and join us? After all, we have the same objective to neutralize Iran. And now
Kuwait le UAE United Arab Emirates te po Iran hian ina be ve thina. Chuan tu da hian United States hian in ama in Iran hi bom thina ni. Iran hian te hian in United States hi dawa ramdang Muslim ramdang te po abom tho sia chu wang chuan in United States te Kuwait, Jordan, Bahrain, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman te hi han chang ho vek ta se Iran hi han be ron ta se chak ta si se bon chho vio mai thei ni amaro chu Middle East Muslim ramdang te hi chuan in Iran ki an be du inari nom lo chan chu United States hian in entika nge a chua sanang a support reng duang em tipo kha she chuang lo tiran kum som nu vela US hian in control Middle East control thei to lo ta ang se khata hanin Iran in phuba ron na le ta ang si se Middle East dang ramdang ta kha chona boi thak dona don reporter pakhatina ron soi Middle East ram zong zok te hian in Iran hi keini rol hian ron be ve vek se ati kha chu thei tho amaro chu Middle East Muslim ramdang te ta jon ari sosang don lu.
This is a situation where we want to see if we can get this open again. We get the other strait open again, and then the prices get down to about $65 per gallon. So let's now talk about this and open up the discussion. Here to discuss this and where we go from here, U.S. Marine Corps veteran, Iraqi invasion commander, and visiting fellow at Heritage, Colonel Mike Jernigan. Colonel?
U.S. veteran, Iraqi invasion commander, Iraq US ina ava be trom khanin ama commander ani turu rem experience to bon ngadang.
Are you pleased that after 14 straight days we have 3 days of no action?
Hey, good morning, Brian. I am. As one of those boots on the ground in other wars, I am very thankful anytime that we have any conversation that stops fighting, whether it's temporary or whether it leads to a lasting peace.
Does it concern you how quick? Does it concern you how quick they armed up last time when we paused?
Yes, the Russians and the People's Republic of China are busily rearming Iran. And
Russia le China te hian in Iran he tunai hian in an ron pui be kan he te ni a hriang he pa hian mo amaro chu so yang khanim hetianga an in biak te an in dorna wang te in do an top lai lok rengo tapo hi khulama indona tel ve si pai te tan chuan in a ha dam thak em ani te ni ama po hi indona tel ve to Iraq beina tel ve to ani chu wa cha chiang don amaro chu tuna ron soi poi mo de chu Russia le China ten tunai hian in Iran hi an mani ral thuam vel stock that pui le tur hen an pui me karon te ni.
We're busily destroying things as they continue to get them. CENTCOM reports that we have about 20% left of the target list that we have not yet struck from the initial target package.
Target an nei to zong za somre chu United States lampang hian ti che turan ti han ti che vek to za som ni United States lampang ina an la be lo hi Iran a hian la o mani hei eng ti ka hian bayang a hria lo amaro chu ama po khanin an hanin do lo deuh kha Iran kha anin siam tha anin entin nge yang ral thuam te missile te drone te khang teng te kha an ron nei nga le man em mai ani kha ting chung le khan mo chu ma zonin tuna ni thumanin do lo po hi Iran tan hi chuanin a tha via wanga Russia le China te an pui tak ani phei zon mo ral thuam te po ti khan an lo nei nga belle fu man the ani
of urgent fury. So we're have more targets to strike, but to your point earlier, it's encouraging to see the Gulf allies beginning to get involved in this.
So I found out from 2 separate sources, extremely credible, one of which is the president, that is not true we're out of interceptors. He said, would I like to have more? Yes. But that New York Times story is something that is not verified. Now, 2 separate sources.
New York Times lampang hian in United States sipai te hian in interceptor an nei to lo ti om je chu air defense system to lo wa chu wan chuan in hetiang hian in the one top rian heti zong hanin New York Times lampang hian lo report ania amaro chu Donald Trump chuan in ka dot ani atiani New York Times po hi Donald Trump chuan fake news atile du mai garinga na ha Trump chuan dot ani interceptors tu kan la neya amaro chu nei bil theila kan ti mai ani ti zong hanin Trump chuan in aron soini mar amaro chu Frank deu chuan omzia chuan tuna hianin anin dei lo chove de ulek emoni chu ti thei tur ve thawani an mang na sa to don lu kamo Iran hianin missile drone vel kap chuak na sa box ya
A third, if I look at the interview that Ambassador Mike
apoi mo chin chu kan riek zo le to ti khan apoi mo bera chonin tuna hianin Saudi Arabia le Houthis te hi anin dawa anin ka ve na sa Houthis te lampang hianin Saudi Arabia oil facilities hi an beih hi Saudi Arabia lampang son ngai thei don lawan thina rim don a chan chu Saudi Arabia ho sak na chan chu ngai kan ti chuan oil ani khatianga oil an export na te oil an siam chona te ti chiata om kha chuan an ram economy na tuar vek dona an ram mi puite ngong vek dona an ram tourism na tuar don boka chu Saudi Arabia chuanin aphal don lo chiang he thila wang ringot po hianin Saudi Arabia lampang hianin na takin Houthis te laka hianin phuba alak karing ani ke chuano le khati zong kha tu chu mata na kan han riek thei chun le phot mai ro se o video le hmule theu doni